Welcome to Leadership Satsang, a new episode for a new year. On a new day, wish you all a very, very, very happy new year. I am so happy to present to you the 53rd episode of Leadership Satsang. Thank you so much for being a part of these Satsang sessions, for making this such a huge success, for making it so exciting for me that every single Tuesday, I look forward to 8 p.m. only to meet you all and interact with you all so that we can keep going one level deeper in our understanding of leadership and spirituality, one step at a time. Let me welcome all of you who join me live right now. So tell me, which location are you joining me from? I hope I'm able to see it this time. I really want to interact with you all live. So give me a location, give me a hi, a happy new year, and tell me where are you joining me from as we speak. Let's just have your location in the chat, in the comments. I'm trying to see if I can get some of your comments here. And we are going to figure this out, whatever it is. Okay, so let me put another device on so that I don't miss out on your live comments. Nalin, good to have you here. Good evening. Wonderful. Hi, Mamta. Glad you're back. Mamta from US, of course. Ayothi Raman from Chennai, Santosh from Bangalore. Welcome everyone to Leadership Satsang. Thank you so much for joining me live. It is so exciting for me to see you all here with me. I can pretty much feel your presence. And with that, let us bring ourselves into this moment so that we get the most from this moment and the learning that's in store for you today. As you know, we are going to talk about New Year resolutions because everyone is talking about New Year resolutions. And it is that time of the year when we have this hope against hope that maybe this time resolutions will work out for me, right? And the reason why it remains a hope is because we don't understand why we fail to achieve these resolutions. So we're going to make these realizations come to us because that's the first step towards achieving anything. We first need to understand where we are, why what we want is not working for us, and then we take the next step forward by making it work for us and learning what is the process for it to work for us, right? So before we get there, let's come into this moment completely. And the way to do that is to chant Om. We will do it 5 times together. As always, adjust yourself in a way that you can sit comfortably wherever you are. Keep your spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and gently close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take another breath in and gently breathe out again. And with the next breath in, we chant Om as we exhale. Allow yourself to be with these vibrations for a bit. And whenever you're ready, rub your palms together and gently place them on your eyes, ears and face, and slowly come back. How are you feeling in this moment? Let's have some quick sharing in the chat. Madhuri, good to see you here. Long time no see, Madhuri. It's been like a couple of minutes of separation. That's a lot for me. Okay, so I'm glad to see you here. Kailash, Happy New Year to you too. I'm reading your comments from another device so that I can interact with you all live. That's how I like it. So thank you so much once again for joining me live. Tell me, how are you feeling in this moment after this very tiny meditation, but extremely powerful if you do it the right way. You know, when you chant Om, which is a combination of 3 syllables, you can feel those vibrations from here till your solar plexus, which is below your chest. Like it just runs through all these top chakras if you're doing it the right way. And the right way is to not throw the voice out, but to gulp it in. I've explained this in the previous few episodes as well. When you say ma from here, you will not be able to feel the vibrations. But when you say those vibrations go in. And that's what helps you to align your chakras. And when they are aligned, you're connected to your core. That's how it works, right? It's the beauty of understanding the power that lies within us when we bring in these spiritual practices in our life. And honestly, I don't know how one can separate spirituality from leadership. It's not possible for us because spirituality is the reality of your spirit. And if you don't understand the reality of your spirit, then you cannot be your authentic self. And if you're not authentic, then you cannot lead, because leadership is about connection, connecting with people. But before you connect with people, you need to learn to connect with yourself, right? And for that, you need to understand and practice spirituality, which is not limited to any religious practice. It is about you bringing in these moments of being with yourself. Be self. Right? So chanting is one way to do that. Meditation is another way to do that. Being in silence is yet another way. Going for a Zen walk, experiencing that is yet another way, right? Anything that brings you into the moment where you can connect with yourself is a moment of spirituality. On that note, let us prepare ourselves to start a new year and learn how we can make this a brand new year. How many of you would like to have year 2022, 2024 as a brand new year? Like brand new. Give me a brand new in the comments, please. Like 2024 is not just a new year for me. I want this to be a brand new year. How cool will that be? So let's have a brand new in the comments from Kailash, Santosh, Mamta, Madhuri. Let's have a brand new so that I know that you're keen and committed to making this into a brand new year. Are you willing to do that? Yeah? Wonderful. BN. Okay, great. Kailash, others quickly give me a brand new. Yeah, Jairam, good to have you here. Brand new, Mamta. Wonderful. Okay, now let's make this very, very interactive because I want all of you who've joined me live to go back with a profound realization, an important realization to set the right tone for this brand new year. Only then will this new year become brand new. We've got to get a few understanding and realizations in first, right? So here is my first question for today. Tell me, how many of you have had a resolution in the past that you could not stay consistent with? What was that resolution you made in the past, but it failed for you? It did not happen for whatever reason. Reasons are not important. What is important right now is that particular resolution. So share that resolution with me if you're comfortable sharing in the comments, that I decided to exercise 5 days a week in 2023, but it didn't happen for me. Or I decided to go for a solo trip twice every year, but it didn't happen for me. What was that resolution you made last year or any time in the previous years that did not happen for you? Give me that New Year resolution if you can, if you're comfortable sharing. Anyone, whether it was about your fitness or learning or family time, me time, these are some of the thoughts that cross our mind. Stayed for 5 days, Prakash, and then faded away. Okay, happens, of course. Cycle daily prayer, that couldn't happen every day. Okay, regular morning walk 6 days a week couldn't happen. Got it, Kailash. Thank you for sharing. Going to the gym, yeah, couldn't happen. Happened for what? 5 days. Okay, and then couldn't. Okay, quit smoking. Manage finances better couldn't happen, Govind. Wonderful. Thank you for that amazing, amazing honesty. That's what I love about my tribe, right? You guys are rock solid, very, very clear about committing to achieving your next version. And that's what excites me to share whatever I know about leadership and spirituality. So thank you so much for doing that. Working out 5 times a week. I go 2 to 3 times, Mamta. Okay, so you would not consider that to be a success because you planned 5 and you're not quite there as yet, right? So these are some of the resolutions we've made in the past that have not happened. Promotion not happened, Santosh. We can only plan how to get to that point, right? How to add more value. Whether people see that as value or not is a separate learning altogether. So promotion is an eventuality. But what do we need to do to get there is supposed to be or should be a part of our plan. Right? Okay. Now, how many of you have decided not to make any New Year resolution this year? Give me a me in the chat. That if you think that ये सब बकवास है, इससे कोई फायदा नहीं है. Last year हमने सोचा था I'm not going to quit. I'm going to quit smoking, but I'm still smoking. I thought I will go to the gym, but I am not going to the gym. So ये सब चीजें ना they don't work, right? So no New Year resolution. Give me a no resolution in the chat if you have decided that it's pointless. Let's not waste time in making New Year resolutions. And trust me, I've got some very drastic knee-jerk reactions, बहुत solid reactions from people when I asked a few people like, so what's the new year looking like and what are you excited about? What's your resolution? And they said, oh, no, don't talk to me about New Year resolutions. I don't believe in all this, right? No resolution this year. Yeah, Kailash? Okay. I do not make or made any New Year resolution, Jairam. Yeah, I know what you're saying. No resolution. Okay. Reverse this year, Yukti. So, okay, so Richa, you're saying this time you will make a New Year resolution. That's what you mean? Okay. Okay, good. Wonderful. So here is what I believe, and it's my personal belief or understanding about New Year resolutions. See, it's not as if New Year resolutions have always worked for anybody. But what I believe is that it's better to have a plan that fails than to have no plan at all. Because if you have no plan or no goal at all, then what are you even trying to achieve? Because you couldn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, you definitely went 2 steps or 4 steps towards it, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the only time to make New Year resolutions is 1st January of a year. No, absolutely not. You can make these goals anytime during the year. But it's just the newness of the whole environment and the excitement of starting a new calendar year that brings back that hope of making these goals happen this time. And you know what? Hope is a very powerful thing, just as how faith is very powerful. It is our faith that makes the temples or the gurudwaras or the churches and mosques so pure and powerful. That power of that place of worship comes from our faith, isn't it? That if I go there and if I pray and if I meditate and if I center myself and if I have this idol in front of me, everything will be all right. And it is that faith that keeps us afloat. So this hope that this time I'm going to learn something which will help me to achieve my goals is very powerful in itself, right? So resolution is like resolving to do something, right? So when you resolve, there is a sense of purpose behind that resolution. Why do you want to do it? Now, let me share some stats with you, okay? And I'm reading out some very interesting stats from Forbes Health Poll, which was conducted in October 2023, recently. So here is what they're saying. 61.7% people feel pressured to set New Year goals. Pressured. That, oh yeah, I'm supposed to have a New Year resolution. That's what 61.7% people feel. 66.5% people have 3 or more resolutions, like 5, 10, 12 resolutions. 90% plus resolutions that people make are abandoned in the first quarter of the year. That is way before March, right? Jan, Feb, and by Feb it starts fading, as someone just shared, that you start and then it starts fading, and after some time, you're totally off, and that's where the motivation is lost. And so we feel that these resolutions and all that is pointless. Resolution is nothing but goal setting, right? You're resolving because you're committing. That's why we're using the word resolution. I resolve to do this. I resolve to achieve this. I am committed to doing it. And yet we fail. So I want to share with you 3 reasons why we fail to achieve our New Year resolution. But before that, I want to make a humble request for you to try once more. Personal request, right? It's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. But like I said, if you don't have a goal, then there is no way to achieve it. If you have a goal, then you might not go all the way. You might not be able to exercise 5 days a week, but at least you did twice or 3 times that week, because you had a goal of doing it 5 times, right? It's that goal that motivated you to go as far as you could go. But without having one, is aimlessly running around and figuring out life, right? So it's a good time to reflect upon what we have learned in the year 2023 about ourselves, about our profession, about our skill set, about our mindset, and what is it that has yet to be learned. What do I need to learn? What are some of the big learnings that I want to bring into my life in the year 2024? One of them could be, what am I failing to do, or where am I going wrong in achieving my goals? So I'm going to share with you 3 reasons. But before I put these 3 reasons out on my mind map to you all, I want you to identify the one that you are resonating with. What is your reason to have failed in achieving your resolutions in the past? Right? Then this will be more fun, like a workshop. Okay, so let's work on this together. I'm going to share with you a few reasons, 3 reasons to be precise. I want you to spot on pick 1 or 2 or all 3, if that's true for you. That, okay, so this is what I'm doing wrong. Because if we don't understand what we're doing wrong, then we don't know what to do right, how to do it any different from what I've been doing all this while. See, intention is never a problem. We always have the intention to do things right. We always have the intention to achieve more. We have the intention to push ourselves. We have the intention to go out of our comfort zone. Only then will you make an attempt to set any goal. Any time that you've ever done any goal setting, it was with the intention to grow, right? Intention to upskill, to improve. Intentions are never wrong. They cannot be questioned. But intentions alone are not enough. They're not enough. We need to get to an action plan mode as well. So I want you to first understand, where are we going wrong? What is the reason why you have failed to achieve your New Year resolution in the past? All right. So if you're with me and you're willing to do this, give me a willing in the chat. Say willing, that you're willing to look into the reasons why we're not able to achieve our resolution, New Year resolution. And I want to figure out what is my reason out of this list. Willpower was not strong, Kailash. Yeah, but there's a reason for that too. There's a reason for that too, and you might find it in the mind map as I share it with you. So if you are willing to go deeper and understand why you have failed to achieve your resolution in the past, then I will share the 3 reasons with you. Priya, you don't think it's a do or die. That's why you could not achieve. Wonderful. Willing, wonderful. All right. All right. So let me share my screen and take you through these reasons. The first reason is, either your goals were too easy, which means they were not exciting enough for you to achieve, or excessively difficult, right? So when they are too easy, you can be bored to really work towards it. And when they are too difficult, it can be very exhausting and demotivating for you, right? When you have not started going to the gym or have not worked out for a long time, and you decide to go for 5 days a week, it's a big goal. It is too difficult because you have been comfortable with late mornings and you've probably started your morning in a particular way. To break out of that and set a new routine in takes effort, more effort than we realize, right? So we've got to understand what is just a little above my comfort zone or beyond my comfort zone, but not so far ahead that I'm not even able to get there. When I'm nowhere close to my goals is when I feel demotivated. Very, very important learning here, right? Any goal setting you do anytime during the year, it needs to fit into this sweet spot between not being too easy and also not being too difficult, somewhere in between, so that you are motivated to work towards it. It is out of your comfort zone, but it is not impossible to achieve. Realistic yet ambitious. That is a very, very important aspect of goal setting, which we also learn in SMART goals when we do SMART goals, right? But what we fail to understand is, where is that sweet spot? Where I know that it will not be that easy, but I also know that it is not impossible. So go back to the goal that you have failed to achieve in the past and see, was it too easy or excessively difficult? And that was the reason why you couldn't achieve it. Or it could be the second reason. Your goals are more should than want to. Things that we think we should do, or things that others think we should do. When that becomes our goal, we don't have our own purpose attached to it. We don't have the clarity of why. Why is this important for me? And if I'm not clear about that, it will never be my goal. I will not feel that ownership, that sense of responsibility, that intrinsic motivation to make it happen. Are you with me? So don't make anything your goal because you should. It is your goal because you want to do it. You want to lose weight, not you should lose weight. Because till such time you think you should, you will not be able to bring in the consistency. The moment you shift to I want to because is when you start experiencing the shift. So it's very, very important. Big reason why we fail to achieve our New Year resolutions or our goals is because we make the goals a should statement instead of a want to. And the third is that you are not willing to change. I know it is very in the face because a lot of us believe that we are open to change, we are willing to change, but it's not necessarily true. इसलिए self awareness एक skill है. Self awareness काफी लोगों में बहुत कम है. To give you some stats, 95% of those who believe they are high on self awareness, of those 95, only 5% actually are high on self awareness. You know what I'm saying? So if 95 on 100 believe that they are high on self awareness, of them just 5% actually are. And that is how low our self awareness level is. We think we know about ourselves, but there is so much that still needs to be learned and understood. Let me take you through the 5 stages of change, okay? And then I will tell you where the resolutions start failing for us. What is the first stage of change? First stage of change is called as pre-contemplation. Matlab, you are starting to become aware that there may be something to change. Abhi aap sirf aware ho, right? You are aware that, okay, I think I need to learn something about goal setting, which I still don't know. And that is why I'm not able to achieve my goals with all my good intentions. So this is pre-contemplation, right? You are just thinking that something needs to change. You haven't yet changed, obviously. The second level is contemplation. You're thinking about making a change. Now you are contemplating on how you can bring this change in. What is it that you need to change? Stage 3 is preparation. You start putting a plan together to make the change. Now you're planning. Now this is where people are writing the New Year resolution. Now this time, if you have a New Year resolution, you are on stage 3 of change. You've already done the pre-contemplation, you contemplated, and now you are preparing by creating a plan, right? This is stage 3, but it is still not done. What is stage 4? Stage 4 is where you actually take the action, when you make the change. Most of the people don't go beyond stage 3. They make the plan, but they don't take the action. The 5th stage is where action becomes a constant, where it consistently starts taking place. And that is called maintenance. You determine how to maintain the change. Do you need an accountability partner? Do you need somebody to support you? Do you need to set reminders? Do you need to declare to people? so that you create your own accountability, with them? Do you need to bring in some help so that some of the things are off your plate and you can bring new things on your plate? What do you need to do to ensure that that action plan continues, that you continue to work upon whatever you have planned to do to make that goal happen, to achieve that goal? This is how change takes place. It starts with pre-contemplation, contemplation, and preparation. Many people drop out after stage 3. A few people move to stage 4. They start taking action. The reason why it starts fading out is because you don't have a maintenance plan. You don't know how to determine how to maintain the change, right? So you need to understand how to maintain that change. And that in itself is a learning which needs to come in when you talk about goal setting. So I want to know which one of these 3 reasons have kept you away from achieving your New Year resolution. Give me 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. Which one? And now could be all 3, then you can say all, but which one do you resonate with the most? That, yeah, I know this is my problem, like big time problem. I just think I just keep very easy goals, or I keep very difficult goals, and that has been a challenge. Or because I really have these should to statements and not want to, or because I don't go to the action stage, I am only just preparing, but I don't spend time making an action plan, or I don't know how to maintain that action plan. And hence reason 3 is my problem. Yeah, Govind, reason 2. This is the most important part of today's session, right? You have to see which one of these is the reason why you have not been able to achieve your goals. Because only when you know what is not working for you, can you start designing what will work for you. So I want to invite you all to do a hands-on goal setting workshop with me, which I'm putting out on 13th of January. It'll be a 2-hour webinar. So be a part of it so that I can tell you the 3-step process to make your goals happen, how to achieve your goals. We'll share the link in the group, in the comments on LinkedIn with this satsang session. Okay, so look out for that link and be a part of this session. I think it's at 3 o'clock, 3 to 5 p.m. on 13th of January. Let us set New Year resolutions in a new way so that we know what we need to do differently to get different results that we desire and we deserve. On that note, I would love to know, what are you taking away from today's satsang? Please put that in the comments and let me know how you liked the session. What did you learn from this session? What are some of your takeaways? And until then, keep learning and keep growing. I will see you next week with yet another insight in the space of leadership and spirituality. Wish you all a very, very happy New Year once again. God bless you.